Hi, wrestling fans. Thanks for clicking the dreaded D Rose Report. I hope you had a great weekend. Former WWE. Let's start off with something kind of nice. Kelly recently spoke with wetpaint.com. Anyway, she was promoting WAG's reality show on E! Network, which I've never seen. The full interview is online. And anyway, she revealed that former diva Layla and Maurice will be two of her bridesmaids at January 30th wedding in Cabo San Lucas. She indicated that other wrestling stars most likely to be there. There's going to be about 90 guests. Oh, they asked her about returning to WWE. She says, never say never. Knew that was going to happen. So I love being in WWE. I owe a lot of my success and where I came from in my career to them. And I would never rule out a return. Maybe one night. Only thing, you just never know. Well, the wedding isn't happening till January, by the way. Kelly and friends are going to be holding a bachelorette party this past week. All right, updated schedules for both TNA and Destination America, which is really, everything's kind of shaky on that. Now have a new episode of Impact scheduled for a regular time slot on Wednesday, October 7th. This would be after Bound for Glory pay-per-view. Kind of odd, but anyway, noted that they've had the last few taped Impact Wrestling episodes scheduled for this month, and when that appears to be the Countdown to Glory special, that's Wednesday for Bound for Glory. But TNA still has no October TV tapings announced, but it's kind of reported that they're negotiating a deal for TV tapings to be held in late November from India. Anyway, one TNA source kind of says that F4W online that it's believed that a lot of matches were taped at a recent taping and were not a part of the Impact episode. It's going to be that'll be together for the full Impact International commitments, but could be done for their domestic commitments too. We'll have to just wait to see. Everybody speculates, don't they? All right, today's news. WWE's website's got a new poll up asking fans who is more polarizing, John Cena or the New England Patriots quarterback Tom Brady, with over 1,000 votes. Cena's in the lead with 69%. Isn't that silly? Anyway. A short film with WWE Hall of Famer Roddy Piper entitled Portal to Hell premiered this weekend in Toronto. And I got a little clip of it over on the Diamond Dan Facebook page. What else have we got here? Regarding Cena having another run at the WWE World Heavyweight title, it likely won't happen until probably 2016. And before Sting versus Rollins was announced for Night of Champions, there was speculation that Cena could be going for both titles next Sunday, but Alright, by the way, in 2016, Ohio Valley Wrestling booker Greg Gagne, this is a little bit of trivia, was dropped by WWE from their developmental system and then hired as a WWE agent shortly after WrestleMania 22 in Chicago, and then was moved to OVW as booker as he replaced Paul Heyman. That's kind of crazy. And in 2012, ECW documentary Bob Wire City, which I forgot all about that movie. I have to see that. Anyway, it was funded by fans completely via Kickstarter program, which is like GoFundMe type account. Anyway, the film was released in April 2013 via DVD to great acclaim. Adrian Adonis over the weekend would have been 60 years old. And in 1991, Hall of Famer Chris Von Erich took his own life at just the age of 21. Terrible. All right, tonight's Raw's season premiere tonight, taking place from the FedEx Forum, Memphis, Tennessee, with the final hype before Night of Champions. Not officially announced as Sting for tonight's show, but kind of bet he's going to be there to promote the pay-per-view. They got also confirmed for tonight. It's going to be primetime players taking on New Day for the tag team titles, and Charlotte versus Nikki Bella for the Diva title. A little bit more on that in a second. And the focus points for tonight's show: will Seth Rollins retaliate? How will he retaliate against Sting? Will Nikki Bella make history? Well, she's about ready to run over AJ Lee's history-making title run of the Divas, but I think it'd be great if she's got a match going on while the countdown clock is going, and AJ comes out and disrupts everything, and Nikki loses the title right before she would have won the history making. Kind of thought that might happen. Which tandem will go to the Night of Champions with the WWE Tag Team titles, and who will join Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose against the Wyatt family, and what new drama will unfold between WWE's most talked about couples. Third person, well, of course, you've got the Wyatt family with 3 people in it: Dean Ambrose and Reigns, 2. And what about, isn't there a missing Wyatt family, ex-Wyatt family person? Maybe he could go over that side. Kurt Angle's going to be returning to the ring October 3rd, TNA live event, Salem, Virginia. That's the same night, and I've been lobbying this for a long time. I think Earl Hebner ought to be in WWE's Hall of Fame. The whole Hebner family should be in the Hall. But anyway, before we get to that, TNA is going to be inducting him into the TNA Hall of Fame. It's been revealed that also the Angle, there's going to be an Angle versus Young wrestling match also. Eric Young. No word yet on who Angle's going to be facing at Night of Champions. But it could be Young. And TNA, like I said, announced Earl Hebner. October 3rd event. Alright, synopsis for September's 29th Total Diva episode, indicating a big episode for Tyson Kidd and Natalya. Well, anyway, a little synopsis, a little short one. Nikki's ex-boyfriend turns up the heat. Natty faces career-ending news for both her and TJ, Tyson Kidd. And Paige debates telling her fiance her true feelings. Sounds like it should be on in the afternoon during the week, doesn't it? When the soaps are all on. The new WWE NXT talent, they're scheduled to report WWE Performance Center tomorrow. Oh no, on Tuesday, September 29th. Road Dogg Brian James, Jesse James, whatever you want to call him, is celebrating his 19th anniversary with his wife Tracy today. I hope she's celebrating it also. Alright, in 2001, WWF SmackDown took place live at the Compaq Center, Houston, Texas. The show was originally supposed to be taped on September 11th, but postponed to the terrorist attacks. It was the first live television event to feature a large gathering of people in the U.S. following the attacks, and Vince McMahon addressed the crowd before the show began, and the show did not air in many northeastern markets due to the continuing news coverage of the events in New York City. And in 2005, WWE released the $1 million Tough Enough winner, Daniel Puder. Remember him? Kurt Angle had a little rough time with him, didn't he? Anyway, they released him after just 1 year of being under contract, so he didn't make his million. What can I say? Save a buck where you can. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.